The group recently chopped off the hands of 4 men. All of them were accused of robbery. Accused, not convicted.
Some people say that change is the only thing that is constant. But to some organizations, change is never on their radar. As this next video will tell you. Watch.
Imagine a stadium full of people looking evidently scared. Imagine faceless Taliban members brandishing weapons and the group's victims begging for their lives. Does the image look like an emblem of the Taliban era? Well, it is also the reality of Taliban 2.0. The group recently chopped off the hands of 4 men. All of them were accused of robbery. Accused, not convicted. But the Taliban decided to publicly punish these men. It happened in Kandahar, where a stadium was filled with people, and then the hand chopping began. Apart from the 4 victims, there were also 5 other men who were flogged by the Taliban in front of the masses. Because these 5 men were suspected of having premarital relations and committing other crimes. Again, they were only suspected, not convicted. But there's no room for rule of law in Taliban's Afghanistan. Lawlessness is what this group thrives on. Terror is its guiding star, and justice a tall ask. Reports say a couple was also flogged in the northeastern province of Badakhshan. The Taliban suspected the young girl and boy were in a relationship, so each of them received 38 lashes in public. Is this a new low for the Taliban? Not really. This, in fact, is the Taliban. Those vouching for the group should have known better.
I have to admit, I have been so hard on Africa. I have been so hard on the leadership of Africa. I have been so critical about the rule of law, about the justice system in Africa. And as any rational being, you must admit when you realize that you've overstepped. This video about what the Taliban are doing to their own people gave me a lot of things to think about. I complain about Africa not being democratic enough, about Africa not being able to look after the people, about how the people in Africa do not have any freedom of speech or freedom of expression. I must admit, I might have went a little bit too far. Because how in the world will you imagine that a government would chop off the hands of people who stole stuff? How is that possible? And I understand that we might want to set an example so that others do not follow in certain footsteps or do not carry on with certain behaviors. That might be a good thing, but oh boy, chopping off the hands of people, flogging people in public, this feels like we are in the 18th century or 17th century. This is something I never thought I would have to say. Afghanistan or the Taliban are really losing their minds. Those guys are really taking things too far. Implement justice. Build a society where people can be responsible enough, where people do not go stealing stuff. But you cannot go around chopping people's hand off because they stole things. At least in Africa, we do not have that. Now in Africa, they might just unjustly arrest you. They might just not follow the rules or the judicial system. They might just dump you in one prison or the other and forget about you. They might just make sure you disappear if they want to. But at least they will not chop off your hands. Yeah, they won't chop off your hands, that's for sure. Ah, so when I saw this video, I was like, thank God I'm from Africa. Thank God that African leaders haven't gone this far. And let's hope they do not go this far because it will be very, very devastating. So, to you guys out there, what do you think about what the Taliban is doing to the people of Afghanistan? Do you think that letting the Taliban take over the government of Afghanistan was a good thing or a bad one? Let us know in the comment section below because, like always, we love hearing what you have to say. And also, stories that you want us to cover on this show, you can send them our way through any of our social media platforms. You can find them below on this channel description section. Kindly support the show with $1 or more through the crowdfunding website Patreon. You have no idea how far your support and donation take us, and we shall be very, very grateful. Like this video, share this video, follow our Facebook page, and most importantly, subscribe to this YouTube channel because little bit of goodwill, like the one you are doing just now, helps the channel a lot, and we shall forever be grateful to you. So thank you very much for doing just that. And like always, see you in the next one.